Question, should everything be tagless? Every shirt, every underwear, every article of clothing you now buy? We have time, folks, for one more story. And this one really caught my interest. Of course, I have a tremendous announcement to the channel. Weird stories from around the world. And so, we come to the end of yet another wonderful day. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day. You know what it is, our new segment, Weird Stories from Around the World. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I, of course, am getting my behind kicked by the wind. Not quite sure how much of it's picking up on the audio at the moment, but let's see if we can try to reduce some of that. Let's see if that made things better. Today's first story comes to us from jolly old England. Our good friends at Nike have some apparel stores there in the UK called Nike Town stores, and they have just released a new plus-size mannequin in store. Yeah, man, I mean, very happy to see this. I encourage everyone to support this. Like you saw earlier in the picture, it's fantastic. That's all I can say. It's really cool. I mean, why should people that are trying to, improve their health not have access to, the proper clothing and gear? And I can't believe a syndicated paper like the Daily Telegraph would allow somebody's story to be printed that completely bashed the entire movement. There was a person that went and did an editorial on how it was disgusting to see plus-size mannequins. And these weren't only plus-size mannequins, but these were mannequins that had different abilities. So I really couldn't find much on it, but I'm guessing, paraplegic type mannequins and wheelchairs, and she only focused on the heavier set mannequin, the larger body shaped mannequin, because I hate to say plus size. I mean, what that's so insulting, plus. Just the larger mannequin, and the newspaper went full throttle with a story and 100% support. That was disgusting and uncalled for. I think we should all applaud and support Nike. What an amazing idea. I mean, it's long overdue. If you're a person that is in the upper sizes, I used to be, I know you definitely fight and struggle to find decent clothing in order to work out in. And, it's hard to stay at the gym or, go to the pool or, just basically even go out and walk in the evening if you can't find comfortable clothing and shoes to do it in, right? So it makes zero sense to me that anyone would oppose this. I'm hoping they get bold enough to bring it here to the States. I mean, I think it would be monstrously embraced. I've only heard positive commentary on it. I actually showed the article to a few colleagues of mine. They were thrilled. Actually, some of the women in the office said it was inspiring. They were running out to get it. They're going to get that gear because they said it's very hard in the 1X to 3X range to find sports apparel, anything with leggings, any kind of sports bras. It was never catered to. Now, which didn't make any sense because those are the people that benefit the most from working out, right? You would have to think that sports apparel would always be in large sizes. It should be difficult for smaller size people to get it. I mean, any t-shirt and shorts I wear is gym apparel, right? Well, Nike, big thumbs up to you. We're proud of you, man. I actually started wearing some Nike shoes and gear I never had before, but they never fit me right. Now they do, and I definitely can see why. They're a top-notch brand. They know how to stay on the cutting edge. I think opening up and exploring this new product line was genius of them. And to those of you, and I know there are many of you, probably even many of my subscribers, that think fat shaming is cool or whatever you want to call it, making fun of people of, a larger size or even a smaller size, skinny minis, it ain't cool. It's hard on those people. It has nothing to do with discipline. It has nothing to do with willpower. Sometimes it's physiological. Sometimes it's mental. Sometimes it is weak willpower, all right? We love what we love, and some of us can't get enough of it. It's not a crime, and nobody should make fun of you over that. I know none of my subscribers do things like that. At least I hope not. Anyway, staying on track. Nike, mannequins of all shapes and abilities. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You ain't comfortable with large people having sports apparel? Let me know. Comments below. We're looking for 3 separate comments from you today. There's going to be 3 subjects. But for me, oh man, I love seeing those big women in sweet apparel. Looks hot. I'm telling you, I care what you say. You gotta be flexible, man. You like more than one thing in life, right? Don't cheat yourself because others say it ain't cool. And to those people, bravo on working and getting in shape. I was one of you. Believe it or not, this guy right here, 250-pound meatball. That's what I looked like. I was all round. My head was round, everything. So I could do it. You definitely can do it. But moving on to our next story, it's close and dear to home to me. Ooh-wee, storms are brewing out there. Story number 2, Dateline, Florida. I told you it was near and dear to me. 2 geniuses in Okaloosa Island. Not easy to say, Okaloosa Island, Florida. 2 of my Einstein state members decided that it would be a great idea to utilize a blowtorch to break into an ATM that was located on a public boardwalk. Yep, you know, people are creative today. ATMs full of cash, makes sense. Blowtorch cuts metal. If you have one that's hot enough, you got a lookout. He has a crowbar. This all sounds like it's coming together nicely, right? Do it in the middle of the night. You're in a small resort town. Man, this should go over well. Well, the only thing that went over was the footage of them trying to do it was hilarious. You see, the 2 geniuses from my state, well, maybe not both of them, but at least one of them, they actually had no idea exactly what ATMs are made out of. You would think that the flimsy metal on the outside and plastic components would lead you to believe that there's just some heavy iron box behind it, but unfortunately, you'd be wrong. The box behind it is not iron. It's made from a composite of metals, therefore very, very resistant to heat tampering, aka welding. You know, they think of these things when they build these things, people. Keep that in mind. What our geniuses of engineering did do was actually seal it 100%. Oh yes. Our 2 Einsteins of thievery heated up the hinges so much that they melted and welded them solid shut. See, you can heat it up, but only to a point, unless you have some very, usually large, obvious equipment with you. Not the kind of small portable stuff you see people running around with making repairs, all right? But Einstein A and B, they didn't do any homework. They got it all super heated up and realized the hinges were welded on now. Oh, how fantastic, huh? I can see where that really spoiled your day. Only thing they had going for them had to be luck. They totally escaped. They all wanted, if you happen to have been roaming around that part of town on the boardwalk that evening and see 2 young gentlemen, they appeared to be very young, carrying what appeared to be welding equipment and a crowbar, please contact the Okaloosa Island Police Department. They'd love to hear your story. And if you know anything about Florida, that's mild and typical. I don't know what to tell you. I just live here. I moved here. I'm not from here. I made my kids leave here because, you know, stories like this is the kind of things they do. I mean, it's Florida, man, all right? Moving on. One more good story of the day. I think you're really going to enjoy this one. We have time, folks, for one more story. And this one really caught my interest. I was just, you know, skimming through and checking out different websites, looking for what's trending currently. And I come across this story of a teenage girl in China who had, whoop, there's the rain. Let's make this a little more personal. A young teenage girl in China had 100 boba tea balls lodged in her stomach. Are you a fan of bubble tea? Now I know many of my subscribers are in Asia, Southeast Asia, many India, many countries where bubble tea, boba tea, very big, very popular, right? Here in America, I'd say in the last 5 years it's become a thing, but it never really caught on like it did in those countries. But this girl, she was constipated for over a week and they couldn't figure it out. But once they took the x-rays, they saw she had 100 of these things lodged in her stomach. They don't think it came from any one consumption. They believe they've been building up in her for years. But I don't know if a lot of you realize this, but those are balls of tapioca. Tapioca is delicious, but not really good for you. Kind of poisonous to your digestive system. So I and my colleagues were not shocked whatsoever when we heard that they had to remove 100 of them from this girl. She's only 14. It took almost a week to evacuate her system. They believe it's been building up in her for years. She said she's been a consumer for probably half her life. So since she was a little child, 7 or 8, don't give that stuff to your kids. It's delicious. Don't give them the tapioca balls, all right? So, boba, you love it? Let me know in the comments below. Can't live without it? Have to have them chewy little delicious poisonous balls of delight? Do they make your drink that much more satisfying? I've tried one. Not a big fan, but I'm not a big tea drinker. But you let me know. Can you not live without your bubble tea? Is it like a guilty pleasure? And do you chew them? I'm guessing this kid probably was swallowing a lot of them. Because if you chew them, they should digest and break down. But all depends on your particular system. Do you chew them? Do you just swallow them whole? If you do, I recommend to stop that. Start chewing them. If you don't, let me know. You ever get constipated? You ever feel sick and wonder why? Could be your bubble tea, man. Anyway, now that it's thoroughly raining hard, I think I'll get back behind my desk, knock out some work, and you let me know. 3 stories, 3 comments. What'd you think? Mannequins from Nike in all sizes and shapes? Bravo. Einstein engineers of stealing ATMs and Florida news. And of course, from my cousins in China, bubble tea. Are the tapioca balls boshing you up? We're interested. Share your thoughts and comments. For now, back to my desk. And away we go. Question, should everything be tagless? Every shirt, every underwear, every article of clothing you now buy? Because then you can't put no union label in it if everything's tagless. There ain't no unions to speak of anymore anyway, right? So who needs a union label? Well, look what we have here. It's our special guest.
Hello, everyone.
That young lady that works all the time and never makes videos, but probably got more subscribers than me. Y'all people just watch and talk to her probably, or see her torture me. I know people, this young generation likes to see people suffer.
Nice.
So, you know, everybody likes to see my boss beat me down, huh? I get the way you people are. I love you anyway. You know, I'm a masochist. That's why I work where I work. Can't get any more abusive than that. Oh, we're out tonight, walking the mall, headed to the ATM. Oh, like our story today, huh? Except I'm not carrying a blowtorch and Rini ain't got a crowbar, so we're gonna make a legitimate withdrawal.
Nice.
Today I told them a story about a team of 2 Florida Einsteins that brought a blowtorch to try to break into the ATM and wound up welding it shut.
Crazy.
Ho ho, only in Florida, right folks?
All right.
Okay, good. Shh, I gotta get my money. She gets upset now. I get all serious. I'll get back to you in a minute. And so we come to the end of yet another wonderful day. On our way back to the homestead, put in our miles of walking. Didn't go over the question of the day. Yeah, there they are. Neighbors everywhere. So Nike has introduced plus-size mannequins.
Hey.
And they look super cool, but people are super outraged. In England they started, so it hasn't hit here yet. So some people shamed it and other people defended it. What do you think? Plus size mannequin? Problem of any type?
I don't think so.
Nah, they look cool.
Yeah.
And then now they're making plus size athletic gear for them.
See?
Makes sense, right? Why do 100-pound women need high-end athletic gear? Talking to the choir. Anyway, y'all know how we do it. Comment, like,
Subscribe.
love ya. See y'all tomorrow. I gotta end it quick because we're gonna come up on the neighbors and she don't like when I talk on camera to the neighbors. Gotta go.